Good evening, and welcome to another section of the New Black Leadership Coalition here live at Intellectual Radio, live here in the studio. I am Gregory Saying, one of the co-members and the host of the New Black Leadership Radio show here. I am so pleased, so blessed, so thankful to have this golden opportunity once again to come to you all over these precious airwaves. And we indeed believe that the work, the voice, etc., is in fact growing inside of you, because it's really about planting a seed. And sometimes they don't come into fruition right in front of you. But if you stick around, you'll see work is not vain. It is absolutely necessary. And we would be absolutely remiss, Brother Reven, and we would be cowards and beyond other negative. We were not standing up if we did not take a stand right now. It is our time. Mm-hmm. Everything happens for a reason. So, folks, tonight in the studio here with me, I am very, very blessed. We are blessed. You all that are tuning in via Facebook, please do me a favor. Share this with some folks. I mean, we share a lot of, I see so many posts, and I'm not mad. It happens for a reason. Mm-hmm. And I would go and listen to some programs and to some individuals, and I mean, they getting hit after hit and just sharing. I'm like, what are they saying? It works like this. Sometimes people don't want to be fed. That's why this whole piece of feeding your brain here is so, relevant. But my main man, my brother, and absolutely a friend, a member of the New Black Leadership, co-founder. And this man right here is, I would call him the executive president, CEO of the Black Consortium. And this man right here don't take any prisoners. He is well read, well researched. And tonight, some of things we're going to talk about, I think you all should get out a recorder or a piece of paper and get your ink pen, because I tell you, Brother Reven, how you doing, man?
I'm not well read. I'm well fed.
Well fed. Golly. I love it.
And that's mentally. So I'm with you. Oh yeah. I'm feeling real good. This is our time.
Good. I want to just come right out of the gates. One of the things I was thinking about while I was driving over here to the studio was what's really in the way of our progress. I do know. I want you all to call in too. You could call in 708 233 8953. 223-8953. I don't know why I get 233, but 708-223-8953. You can call in and join the conversation. Mike, I think you probably want to check yours.
Yes, sir.
Because it's not on that one right here. You might just want to hit OK and then it'll go back. Now, this whole piece of progress, I mean, I read, all of the stuff on social media, that I'm in, daily conversations, not the mass media garbage, because that's insignificant, but it is significant to the fact that it has our people paralyzed in a deep, deep sleep. But here, agenda after agenda delivered for reasons. This piece here, the trucks factors, the barriers to achieving our goals. And what are our goals? One of the major things when you look at the Black agenda, Brother Reeven, you've proposed these agendas to various groups. Mm-hmm. Tell the people, tell the world what's happening in that arena when it comes to the trust factors. I see here it said people have a crab and a barrier perspective influenced by a community with a lot of needs are critical to survival: food, clothing, and shelter. Basic hierarchy, lack of cooperation on much needed community building projects due to competition for what they perceive to be few options coming from a sense of lack of hints. People sometimes use others unnecessarily, use others. So we got jealousy, we got envy, and strife.
I say it's a collective of all those, but I want to first thank the New Black Leadership for staying and making the call back in the body that it's a time. I think we were right there before, and that break got us right where we need to be right now. And anybody surviving now, anybody that's surviving now has been battle tested. And as you know, we go to meetings after meetings, and if you don't see the usual suspect, you can pretty much know who on what now. So we divided who doing work and who ain't doing work. And to touch on this new internet revolutionary people, let's talk about them. They call them internet revolutionary people. They on Facebook, tweeting my face, taking selfies, me and my face. They ain't on the block engaged in nothing. It's called intellectual internet. So it's a place for them. You know, you had the Scud missiles, so now you got the intellectuals on the radio. And some people come in the room and some people go to the work. See, I know y'all see you from the mic to the street. Everybody now got a platform. They want to be tweeting and going at it, not protesting, but jaw jacking.
Damn. Not protesting, but jaw jacking. Pop-ups.
Pop up everywhere you want to be. So, and then also ambulance tracers. You remember them ambulance tracers, right? They chase ambulance. Where somebody goes, somebody go on the fire. Is
that the fake activists and the organizers? I don't know if they call themselves that or not, but I know we do have a bunch of imposters out here that claim to be activists. But what are you actively doing?
Well, I'm getting some new terms today. We're going to get some new definition. The Bible says Jesus doing a new thing, so let's get ready for it. Not activists.
Actors.
They just acting out.
They that bored, brother? Or do they care? Well, I don't know they heart and their true motives, but they tend to distract from what we know works. We know there is a program and some programs that work. So these actors that you just referred to, what do you call them again? Internet
revolutionaries.
Internet revolutionaries.
Yeah. They got all the signs and the books next to them, but when it comes down to see Pookie, Ray, Junebug, and Charlitha, they ain't nowhere to be seen.
No, they don't go nowhere
they don't
around.
Engage them. They scared of them.
So on here, out of factors here, trust factors, what are some of the other things that you want to point out to the people as it relates to the movement, as it relates to progress, as it relates to making our word bond? We're finally going to meet at this location and clean it up, fix it up, and do it.
Well, there's a couple of models, and it's pollinating. On one of the first on the west side, Chicago Avenue from Austin to Laramie, they just got millions of dollars to do Soul City Corridor. They putting up a new black business every month. Black owned. They own 95% of everything between Austin and Laramie. They doing it. That's a plug-in.
Oh,
And
good.
that's part of us, part of you, part of me. So when we want to go black on the west side, we come down to Soul City. We go on over to 47th Street with Mark Allen, National Black Wall Street International, down 79th. That's a corridor. I mean, 47. Then you come on up to 75th. We're coming down that corridor, which was the Black Wall Street district. Then you come up to 79th, where God has given me the vision to call the governor of the new Black Magnificent Miles. Miles and miles of thriving Black business from 79th and Cicero to the lake. We buying Black, loving Black, giving Black. And a young man named Gerard Gary, who just bought the Riga Theater, is doing $100 million cultural economic development from Sears to Jeffrey. And he's putting his money on the table. He grew up in Chatham. I grew up in Chatham. So we're going to buy Black, love Black, give Black. So those are some of the things that are happening that belong to the people. And any work that I do is a direct line of new Black leadership, Block Club University, National Black Agenda. So what we say about the National Black Agenda is a breathing agenda. But it ain't breathing. So if you're talking Black and green, you're talking new Black leadership, you're talking about National Block Club University, block clubs, you're talking all that. So those are breathing agendas out of the National Black Agenda. So don't nobody say it's no Black agenda. It's one live and breathing in Chicago. And it's not just local, it's national, international. So those are things we can look at are going good. And we've been blessed by State Rep LaShawn K. Ford of the 8th District over in Lawndale to get adopted. It's August 1st to the 31st. It's 14th anniversary of National Black Business, August 1st to the 31st. Okay. So what's unique about that? It has now been resoluted and adopted in Springfield by State Rep Ford. It is Dr. Webb Evans, 31 days, buy Black, love Black, give back in honor of Dr. Webb. So we buying Black on the 14th anniversary in the honor of a 101-year-old man who preached marching your money, Black business. These are things that are going on positive outside the shooting, outside the killing. These are breathing Black agendas.
Yeah, it feels good, man, to go and shop Black. Feel good to go and buy Black. And get, I go down to you. I know you didn't do it purposely, but I know you're familiar with the Food Hub.
Yes, sir.
On 75th Street.
Yes, sir.
I go, and I think a few of the members support the Food Hub. I know I see Minister Mike there quite often.
You talking about the quarry over there at the quarry?
Yeah, I try to get there before Mike buy up all of the broccoli and all the vegetables. But I mean, they got some good herbs there. They got good
Brother
vegetables.
Fred Carter.
And yeah, nothing but great service. And Brother Harold Davis, they push this program constantly.
Okay.
And the atmosphere there is just so beautiful, bro. I go there just to mingle with the people. Then I walk away with products better than Whole Foods and much less than your whole check that you spend at Whole Foods.
Trying to get a whole meal.
I think that address is,
we just do it old school. We'll do it old school.
I'll find it.
One block, half a block past Yates.
Right,
on 75th Street. You'll find the quarry.
Right. 2423.
2423.
Yeah, 2423.
Yeah.
East 75th Street.
So now you come from the Food Hub all the way down to Soul Veg, and you down 75th Street. We doing Black Magnificent.
Oh boy.
That's brother Quasi phrase.
Is that his phrase?
Yeah, man, how you doing? Very Blacknificent. So I grabbed it, put it on the 9, and we doing the Blacknificent.
Man, every time we had so many awesome members. Him and Joe Watkins and Quasi and Chris Moore. I mean,
trees,
unbelievable, powerful brothers, man. And Quasi, I don't know, Quasi was on. No, he didn't come to this show, but Joe did. Joe sat in that same seat and just, I mean, he disseminated some real powerful information. What we got here, a resolution. How old is this? 1995. A resolution adopted by the city council of Chicago Alderman Jesse Evans and Alderman Robert Shaw.
Well, you do remember the Million Man March.
Oh, absolutely.
Where 2 million black men
we'll
came
never
together.
forget it.
Well, while we were going to the march, getting ready to go, as you know, they say it's all men thing, but you know, our sisters with us. Mama D had the nerve to go down there and tell them people.
She wasn't the only one.
And some other sisters and brothers to get them to bow down, to make sure that that day is documented at the city council as record as October 16th being our anniversary. So the Latinos took off about a month ago. They took their children out of school. They didn't have a day. They just said, we're going to have a day of absence, and we want to deal with immigration. So on October 16th, appreciate the minister for making a call that we want to get back to our pledge. October 16th, Monday, nobody go to work, nobody go to school, open up your mosques, open up your churches, and we should have brothers coming in there all day confessing. If you rape somebody, say you're sorry. If you stole crack, rocks, and blows, and now you got a construction job, Negro, say you're sorry. Come out and say, I apologize. If you don't like your mama, call your mom and say, I was no good, mom, I'm sorry. Hang up on them because you're going to start fussing. Be quiet. You owe somebody some money, just call them and say, hello. Don't call nobody borrow no money. Just call them and say, I love you. And so we should be running around the street all day, nothing but love. So if you do go to work, and so if you don't go to work, then you should be atoning. So I think with this pain, Trump putting us on us in this governor point that October 16th is going to be a reconciliation and atonement day, because what happens is Brother Enoch started the movement this year of the apology letter. Yeah. So it's in the spirit. And then the minister and them called for the Tuesdays back with the nation to be able to do family day. So there's an energy. So we want to, in honor of that movement, Black Stay Home Atonement, and just do a sea of love. Now, out of that movement, there's some brothers out of St. Louis who came up with another document, and it's called Concept of Work. But work is, we stay home on the 16th. Now you got from the 16th to the 25th to do some work. In that process, there's between that, I have a blueprint. We're going to launch this whole piece getting ready for the 16th. So everybody going to get on board. We don't want everybody, because all y'all ain't going to be black. We just want the people that feel that they want to be with their people in love again. And so at the end of the day, we just saying, side of that is the enemy. We love you, but you're the enemy. So we're going to divide the naysayers. But the point is the work coming in. And then, as you know, we're going to incorporate Cyron's 7 days of healthy living. Oh, nice. So in the middle of that, you got Health Day, Safety Day, and then on Wednesday by Black. So we're going to incorporate a lot of stuff. But look at it, it's a whole agenda of our movement, our people, strategic. October 22nd is the day of mass incarceration against police brutality. So we're going to lock into the 22nd. We're going to be against that. And then December 18th, the 13th Amendment, we at the 150-something year anniversary of that, when Mama D laid that down. She put that in motion with colors from the ground up. So I'm talking about a whole institution of love. And all we're looking for is 20% of the people, because we trendsetters.
Oh, I love it. I mean, and that's really the number of people who typically take the lead, who typically do the work. Because if we gonna wait on everybody, we'll never get any work done.
It ain't gonna happen.
No, it's never gonna happen. So you gotta work with what you got. Must penetrate inside of us to where we don't continue to rely, because we've been waiting on these numbers, and those numbers, some of them are holding our people back, because they get in the room and it's an argument versus getting in the room with some people, and they come strictly to work. They don't come to talk. They don't come to disagree. They come strictly to say, what do you need me to do?
What's next?
And that's what our people, they got to get out of the habit of waiting on this benevolent individual. We got the information. We got everything that we need. But what's missing is that will to work. And that's why the new Black leadership is so critical, because we realize coalition building is the way to our survival. in a way that is sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
See, we don't need pop-ups. We've been around for a long time. And people, and this is nothing against those who are new that want to
That's
come to
right.
the table,
Yes, sir.
because there's room at the table. Those ideas. But when I hear that, it kind of make me a bit, I don't need to hear another agenda, because you got them. And when people want to know, we want to know what black people, well, you a damn fool. Where you been at? We know exactly what we need.
That's right.
But what we don't have, people who are willing to do the work.
Put the work in. That's crazy too.
And show up.
Do the work.
And stop complaining about Trump. Stop complaining about Rounder. Our biggest threat is our damn disunity. That's our damn threat. And people who are sitting in seats who ain't doing a damn thing, and that's across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they in the church, whether they in this organization, whether they over here at the temple, whether they at the cathedral, whether they at the Kingdom Hall, the Mason Lounge or the mosque.
Mm-hmm.
Get up and do something. We got the orders. We got the instructions. But everybody want to be in charge just to talk. You talk to yourself, because I'm sure not listening. What the man say? Talking loud?
And ain't saying nothing.
Ain't saying nothing.
But let me share this with you. That's profound. And I'm hoping, I've been doing a lot of research. We got to find a way to have a meeting, people to do work.
Right.
Activists ain't in the room with the scientists until the time to meet. See, because I'm a strategic planner and I can be both sides. But some people just, who we gonna bust in the head today? Who we gonna grab? Who we gonna put it on? Who we gonna shut down? They can't be in the room when we gathering data because they impatient, they ADHD. I just happen to have some stuff to bring to the table. I don't want to stay in that room too long. I'm gonna drop out the package. Y'all call me when you get to the gates. I can't sit around this long. I was working. So we got to figure out, how do we not put the workers in there with the scientists until we get ready. They come here, y'all. Y'all gonna take that meeting outside. We on some other stuff. We gotta be able to do that. But
that is so powerful, bro. If the workers, and sometimes the workers don't come to the meeting. Always full of the people who like to meet
on what they met on.
And what they met on already. They don't intend to go and roll up their sleeves and get it done. And so we got some people stuck. They so stuck, bro, that no matter what you bring to them, you tell them inspiring, motivating, stimulating, blah, blah, blah. They are accustomed to just debating, not moving out on the project. You just named a number of black love by black
campaigns
all over. Many of those folks, they so busy bust them out and talk about those programs that are nothing but foolishness that we are preoccupied in. Writing down all of that you mentioned. Those campaigns.
That's that work. And see, we got to figure out how to separate those tiers and put people where they should be. Then there's a place for them people just like to jaw jack and like to talk. And so in the midst of that talk, there's usually some truth if they find it. But we got to be able to isolate it, then bring it together. But what's profound?
We talk at the family reunion.
Oh,
we so behind. When you talk, Brother Reeves, I mean, people should be going, where do I meet him? What was that date? What time?
That's right.
What's the location? That's all.
Because those things are happening.
Response.
We ain't having a conversation today with y'all on what ain't going to be some work. This is work. And we're not beating up nobody, but we calling the carpet what it is. We got to take it from the table to the streets. And that's another part. Some people come to the meeting to grab the stuff, take it to the street. Some people just not going to do it. So you have to be better stewards and know when to be quiet, because people are saying we shouldn't keep meeting. Well, I changed the mind on. I go to every meeting, as you know. I'm at every meeting, and I'm always going to meeting looking for the two people that don't want to be at the meeting. That's why I didn't build a lot of relationship with you. You was one of them two that didn't want to be at the meeting, but at the meeting. But over the years, but this is what we got to remember. Everybody that keeps saying tired of meeting. If don't nothing come out of the meeting, the statistics say you two people away from a breakthrough, a success, and being a millionaire in that room. And the other thing is, if we don't come together just to see who living, who ain't dead, then we start talking about what you doing in 100, what you doing. So it's actually a report card, whether we agree to do something coming out. The fact that we got together is spiritual, and then nobody gets stabbed.
Oh, absolutely. Look, don't pick up my cross. Pick up your own cross. Look, faith without work is dead.
That's right.
So even the people who say I'm Christ, like I'm Muhammad, like I'm those folks, theology, I won't say spirituality, or they have behaviors that they show up to a meeting at a church talking. But with all of that being said, is there coalitions inside of those places connected to the movement out here where people need help? So if we still waiting on the government to feed, clothe, and give our people shelter, then you damn it, you ain't connected to no Christ. Like that's a lie. When you know we got the ability, we got the brain power, we got the talents, we got the skills. But what we also have with that is, unfortunately, our people have the spirit of the destroyers. They will criticize the work that you are doing. They would say, where'd you get that agenda from?
What make you to be the author?
Right.
Well, let me set the record straight. The National Black Agenda is a consortium. It's a breathing attitude document. So we're not the wherewithal, but it's an emotion, it's an action, it's a mobilizing. So it's a breathing. You can add to it, you can't take from it. And we move it from country to country, block by block. So we're not the only Black agenda, but we're the only breathing one that you can see physically in these streets. And that's my relationship to all the organizations that I'm part of. So any work that I do is connected all the way to CAM, all the way from Route 100 on to the whatever. So we're a breathing document, National Black Agenda, New Black Leadership. We're breathing life to it, and you can touch it and feel it, and it also has policies to it.
Brother, I love it. Now, I noticed that you said here, it was another trust factor, barriers to achieving the goal. Here's one, understand the concept of collaborating. See, coalition is collaborating and clearly representing your interests. Our interest oftentimes is not at the table. Self-interest as a people. And the New Black leadership are meeting with people that make policy, folks that makes decisions, people that impact our community. Now, this is a twofold thing. In power or in positions of authority that they make decisions that governs our life in terms of, but our coalition have everything in it that will operate of that institution.
Independent body.
An independent body of intelligent people who realize that you got to do for self. Yeah, we got to have partnerships, but we cannot have the master and slave relationships that we have had.
And compromising.
Yeah.
And compromising.
Things that you guys were doing over at the BOP Center.
Yes, sir.
I found to be amazing. And I'm waiting to see that materialize in terms of, you know, taking that block back.
That's right.
Back from people that don't look like us, that we support. Not only do they not look like us, that's fine. You don't have to, but you don't even respect us.
Right.
And then we don't respect ourselves enough. And I go a mile or 2 or 20 miles away to find a black business. Good going down to get a turkey burger from Burger Point on 18th and State. Man, it's black owned. I was like, man, that's what's up.
Oh yeah, it's a self-esteem builder. And see, that's what people understand. You buy black, and we don't gonna buy black because you're black. You gotta do some good business.
Oh, absolutely.
And then when you do that, see, when you're exchanging money, that's love, that's relationship. So we gotta redirect $680 billion that black women control and 1.3 collective. We want to move 20 to 10%, and that's in black hands, and that's a job creation tomorrow. We ain't got to protest about that. And again, like Cyron says, what's your for? Buy Black Wednesday is about how many black businesses that you buy 4 times a month on Wednesday. Buy black on Wednesday. Now we got 365, but we looking for y'all that don't like black people only one day a week. Try to like them on Wednesday. We get some of that change about you. Get some of that change about you.
Wow. Here to why you want to collaborate and the benefits to you. Positive self-interest. The true state of the African-American community and the media of negativity, youth, crime, violence, welfare queen, the athletes, entertainers, and the invisibility of all that is good of our history. So we have a group of people who they know. I mean, that history is scary. That history is disturbing to where we know that all of these folks benefited from free labor.
Yes, sir.
But now we won't work for ourselves. Work. But we do have a group out here, and we have to continue to point out, not focus on the negative, but insinuate positive news that you could name. I think it was maybe 5 to 6 events all the way to December.
Right. That we can get together. Your self-interest on stopping crime, your self-interest on creating business. See, you got to have a buy-in. And see, if you don't give people a buy-in, they own their self-interest. What's in it for me? So good leadership and the new black leadership, because we had a lot of brothers that it'll weed off because some people ain't who they say they are. But at the end of the day, what's your interest? And if your interest ain't the children and economics and love, then that's the enemy. If you don't come here on Pookie them and your own personal thing, so we got to figure out how the good people invest interest into what the cause is. And then the big piece is that money interest, that you put some skin in the game. I believe, and I think we had our first meeting with brother Davis. Harold Davis said, let's put some money on the table. Here, Minister Michael, and said, let's put some money on the table. And this money going to the credit union, we're going to stick it in there. We're going to get 3 names, 3 organizations, and we're going to ride it out. Let's do this today. Anybody willing to do it? And everybody put their money on the skin of the game. That becomes the divide and conquer piece. If you're over there, you ain't over here, you're begging. And so we lay it down. It won't be ours. We're going to the credit union, give it to Greg Brown. We're going to set up a trust for all us to be in. But we can't leave a meeting. If everybody want to put $1 in, we got 100 people, $100. Everybody put $1 holler. But you got to have a vested interest. So if you throw your money on the table, then we can talk a little better. And if I don't have no money, I go out and sell a loose square, come back and give you $1.
Yeah, well, you gotta put your money right where your mouth is.
It's the division. It's some money got to go on the table to bring some bonding. We can't keep talking economics without that. And the brothers that can't put money on the table say, brother, I can't do this, but that bartering piece.
Right.
Because I'm going to do y'all social media for you. I got one day in the newspaper. Just give it so everybody can come free will. And the key is, let's make a vast interest. We can pull that off. To God be the glory.
And so, I mean, we got here the trust factor, so we don't have to talk about why people don't put up. It goes back to what you said. There's a group that's going to come and they going to do it. And we have around us a lot of dead weight. So many individuals, and I think they don't realize that they burn out to the degree where they are not producing. I mean, if you look at some of the posts on Facebook, and I'll respond to the passing of someone, pray for my so and so, pray for my so and so, my so, and we do want to collectively give our support for people out there that have loved ones that are sick, passing on. That's who we are. But we also need posts to support that support us. So if you know about the New Black Leadership, you know about Agenda, the National Black Agenda Consortium, you know about the National Block Club.
That's right.
Then you should be promoting that, not just bad news, not just sad news, but progressive news of us working together. We all have different lanes. We all have other things to do. But the minute we make an excuse, Brother Reven, that we can't spend just a little time and put up just a few dollars to support our own.
That's right. That's right. Well, you know,
Harold Davis was right.
Yeah, right.
When he said that, right away, it's like, get out right.
Then everybody did this.
Anybody
gonna follow? Well, that's why ain't nobody follow. I ain't gonna follow. But the young people do it all the time. If one do it, they all do it. We tend to look at each other like in the classroom.
Knowing we need money.
Watch the classroom, from school. If 2 or 3 students raise their hand, don't nobody know what they talking about agree with. They all just start raising their hand.
Yeah.
We can't get that. We can't get that amongst the leadership. And we like, well, that sounds good. You with it, you with it. Everybody start looking funny. Who gonna hold the money? Who responsible for the money? We get to that. We got everybody know everybody's address if you're on Facebook. So we know everybody's house to get you. So, but the other piece is profound. Check this out. The other day.
That's funny.
He said that Black people think GoFundMe is an insurance policy.
They think
GoFundMe is an insurance policy. So when somebody died, nobody got life insurance. GoFundMe, my cousin died. My child died. Black people think GoFundMe in 2017 is an insurance policy.
Yeah, why don't they just come on out and say, go stick me up. Go rob me. Go con me.
That's that internet revolution.
Go lie to me.
It's
go
deep.
Play games with me.
But we gotta understand.
Yeah, some people
we gotta get some insurance. All the young people I deal with, their mama and them. Your son been out there. I done helped him. Brother Greg done helped New Black.
Yeah,
he's still on that corner. He ain't hear nobody. So what you need to do, up that annual insurance policy. When he died, go on, move the children out to the new house, put his name on the bill and say, I want to thank my son, little Junebug. He hard-headed as hell. But we getting these other children to say, because if he don't start to move and change his industry, he gonna have you on GoFundMe.
Damn. Found. You got some people right now saying, look,
we're gonna up the ante.
We're gonna up the ante. Because Ray, they won't be able to bury him. Hell, I'm not promoting it to the degree where people begin to kill their own kids. Shit.
Well, you can't get the insurance with the hit out for them.
Right.
But you understand it. We have to deal with it because remember, that's where it is. If he's not gonna listen to God, nobody, your son is gonna be in trouble. And I don't advocate no young man giving up on him, but I know if I work with him, I'm working on him to all I gotta know is you work with him. We got that running track record, sister. He not listening. The insurance man down here. How many children you got? They all going to college off this one. And he should die being a martyr, send them all to college since he ain't hearing nobody. Because that's just how it is. We at the point, we gotta hit it raw. We gotta hit it hard. We got then the mama's babysitting these little boys, making them be a little pimp, laying up in the basement, and just you gotta let that boy go. Get him up off that titty so we can deal with him.
That is so realistic, bro. And nobody wants that truth, that raw, unadulterated. Real talk.
Trump ain't playing.
No.
He butt naked at it.
Oh, but
I don't like black women. I don't like Mexicans. I don't like white women. I don't like none of y'all. But I'm so glad y'all voted for me.
Oh, yeah. He's not taking no prison. I think He just had one of the guys 10 days with Trump just resigned. What happened to him? But after 10 days,
Well, you know,
Trump has something going. But look,
Trump
the
fired
minister, that's why I tell people, I'm going to say this, if you're a reverend, you're a community activist, you're an organizer, you say you love black people, you're a leader, I'm going to say this, and whether if you don't like it, then I know you're sick anyway. But if you ain't listening, I ain't talking about nobody else. But if you ain't listening to the voice of the Honorable Minister Farrakhan, because that voice is, he's standing on the shoulders of wisdom that he disseminates for our survival. It ain't about no damn personality. It's about a program and a bold, timely message that you just gave. That's like listening to Minister Farrakhan. You know, we got to get away from all of the entertainment, you know, all of the feel-good talk when we need a damn shock.
Some shock treatment.
Yeah, shock treatment, man, because we lost out here with just philosophizing. You out here laying down programs, agendas, etc., but you got people, they just out in la la land, when in fact every church on the corner should have you in there talking about that. And when the people leave, now you have empowered them to be Christ-like.
Plug in.
You ain't plugged into the everyday struggle out here. What damn Christ you following?
Teacher.
What Jesus? And I mean, we got to challenge that, because our people want to hear that stuff that don't make us responsible and accountable for our damn survival. So give me a sermon at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 7:30 or later, and then I just go back to sleep and I go watch Power or the housewives, etc.
Well, listen, let's be clear. I always say, if it don't apply to your church and your pastor, you ain't got to argue about it. Don't you telling me you highly favored. I should see it. You ain't got to tell me. When you walk up, you blessed and highly favored. Not supposed to see your highly favored. You ain't got to preach it. But this is what I want to say about the brother minister and what you said. I'm part of the Justice L's Coalition.
Oh, yeah.
And inclusive. The minister, Elijah, and the track record. Every news article I got at the house from now to today said everything we was in and where we at now. It's consistent in Final Call. It's a blueprint in the middle of the paper. I got over 200 of them. It's consistent, whether you want to deal with the spiritual or the nation or not. But I do know before they went to the Million Man March, they put together a Justice L's Coalition, brother TJ, with Baptist ministers, Pentecostal, street people, West Side, South Side, educated, uneducated, doctors, PhDs, brothers from everywhere. Philip Jackson, all of our organization, we've been meeting every Wednesday since that conception to today, where there's a coalition of diversity at the Mars and the university, meeting on strategic planning on a united front of different entities working on behalf of Black people. And the minister and Minister Jeffries, who is leading that, has opened up the doors for events, us to collaborate without charging us. And it's not going as a nation agenda. It's part of the nation, part of the Black leadership, part of the Black Magnificent Mile, part of the Bob Biz Center, Pastor Cassiope, the Black Mall. All these things are moving simultaneously out of that institution incubator. So I want to say hats off to the minister for allowing that door to be open.
And that's coalition building. And that's why we doing what we have to do right out here, following that guidance and those instructions. Because we know the real mosque, the real cathedral, the real church is in the damn street. Real church. And if you ain't that, then you could stay in them damn buildings and stay asleep. Now, I know for a fact, man, because I've watched this, man, with my own eyes. Just look around. drive through the city, and all we hear, what they gonna do to us, what they ain't doing for us. But who is the they?
Ain't nobody coming to save you.
Ain't nobody coming to save. That's why the new black leadership, and our mission statements lines up with the reality of the condition of our people. The new black leadership is a community-based coalition. New black leadership is to create a viable working coalition between a new untapped group of community leaders within the black community. Our mission is to serve the cause of empowerment of the black community throughout Chicagoland and abroad. We will serve as advocates for our community in all areas of vital importance to the development of community and family. We will seek to transmit, communicate, and educate the community in the requirements of self-determination and self-development. Love it, bro. That's Marcus Garvey. That's Noble Drew Ali. That's the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's Jesus. That's Muhammad. That's Moses. That's Abraham. And if you ain't with that, damn it, you playing games. You should sit down. Because if you ain't with that mission, then you on a mission of self-destruction. You working for Satan.
It's not, well, they divide. You know, my mentor always say, it's the Sadducees and Pharisees, and the situation is sad, you see.
Wow.
That's what it is. I know in the Bible somewhere he went in there with a stick and was whooping some folk ass. I don't know what they script in that script.
Turned over tables too.
So it had to be cussing.
And little cuss word here and there, little emotion we get all. I get emotional because you get tired of the game plan of all these folks who dressed up faking like they care and they don't love our people. I get very sensitive when it comes to that, bro, because our people been hustled enough. Whether you local, national, or in between, your butt gonna be exposed and called out. I've suffered long enough, and now we got a bunch of pop-ups running around here, running their mouth, and know damn well they ain't standing on supreme wisdom. Nobody. Because you with your half-baked butt. Apple butter from you know what.
I got a solution if I can throw something out there. Because you beating them up pretty bad, Brother Gray. You whooping them in the corner. Let's give them a little way out.
Okay, give them a way out.
I'm gonna play. You know, you can have Malcolm. I'm gonna play Martin. I'm playing Martin on this one. You be Malcolm. I'm gonna be Martin. And Brother Mike, what about? And I've been talking to Cyron about it.
You, man.
I've been talking to Cyron. We do this retreat.
Oh boy,
for the pastors and the laymen on urban ministry training, the new urban ministry. Now we can put some more to it, but a lot of the pastors want to do work, not train for work. A lot of them ain't scared, but they scared because they don't know who outside the wall. What about calling the ministers and the laymen together to have a conversation where Cyron lay out the Block Club, I lay out the National Black Agenda, we lay out the New Black Leadership, we lay out the Philip Jacksons, we lay out these platforms for new urban trained ministry to go into communities and make them ambassadors for goodwill.
Oh, love it. I love it. Give them a way out.
Well, we got, you got to do the rhymes. You got your curse and blessing. Pastor, we're going to give them a way out. Now, if he don't take the way out, then it's a pumpkin head.
Back.
Put the cussing. No, but that's real talk, no. Real time.
Our people fed up, bro. And our people do, I think it's good to let people know that this coalition is strictly about the most divine way of saving our people, the most realistic way of saving our people, the most progressive way, the most organized way of saving our people. That's all that matters to me. I'm not interested in zero. I don't want to be around you. I don't want to, I don't. Because when you think about the time that any of us have left on this planet, why should we be punks and cowards and just be totally full of that crap that ain't doing nothing to make a difference for our people? Open it up. And that's why during our quarterly meetings, we're going to be announcing within the next week or so, right, Mike? I don't know exactly when, but we'll have another quarterly Black leadership round table, because we intend to continue to do that. And that's going to be an area. But when we come there, we already know the phase one. We're going just like building a house, making progress. Phase one, phase two, phase three. We ain't going back to phase one.
That's right.
So you missed phase one. When you walk through that door, phase two. Next step
we in motion
of action make words unnecessary.
Direct action. So, and let me add a little piece to that, because what we're doing is talking solutions. I don't talk about problems, our solutions. So when you're dealing with the new Black leadership, and I'm the research minister of information, we dealing with facts.
That's right.
If I ain't got it, you don't need it. So the fact is, we bring the brothers to the table again. Look at Minister Mike creating a directory of all accountability groups and put together. We're looking for somebody in technology to put together our accountability director book that they can get our address, phone numbers, because the women need it, because they got these boys and other organizations need it.
Absolutely.
But we need a directory of 20 to 25 organizations, what they do, so we can give it to the women and some of the organizations, and they can call one of us or get something done. That I think that's a great move, because remember talking about that buy-in.
Good.
What we're doing, we're creating a directory so you can touch and feel somebody with a website. So I think that's some direct action.
No, I love it. I love it. I want to just, and check this out for people who, the new Black leadership is out there. It's out there, way out there. And it's out there by the grace of God to stay out there. But check out our core values.
Okay.
You just spoke about them earlier. We believe that sound spiritual and cultural serves as the basis of integrity and character. We believe the core values of our African, Asiatic ancestors must be the measurement and standard of values within the Black community. We further believe that all leadership must be held accountable, and these values and principles we espouse the natural and divine responsibility of Black men and women within a traditional family structure. We further believe that we must resist weakening of these rights by the dominant society. See, our core value is about family, man. When you stand it on, we just not a group of people. I wouldn't be part of it. It wouldn't make no sense.
Right.
We don't have no power. Now we need workers. Just what you've been talking about. We need the workers. We don't need everybody, because everybody ain't coming to
do no work.
We need the naysayers. We need the do-sayers.
And those who don't come to work, gotcha.
Right. And you know what? But that's fine. If you don't want to work and bend the meat,
drop a little something.
Drop a little something to the coalition. And we'll make sure that we do good by what you drop. And we're very thankful. But anyway, Brother Reeve, we've come to the end of this show. I can't believe an hour have gone by this doggone fast. See, I can talk without cussing. Anyway. Anyway,
I guess.
yeah, I appreciate you, brother. You are an enormous, very powerful. And listen, folks, don't forget to tune in always to the Intellectual Radio and also the Butt Naked Truth.
That's right.
Tuesday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Brother Harold Davis.
Yes.
Man, they tell the truth like here at this station. Thank you, brother Earl Winfrey, best producer on the planet. Thank you, brother Reuben. Thank you for Black leadership. Bye, Black, and keep loving your people.
I can't wait or bear another promise turned into a heartache.